Happy Saturday, April 9th. Angry Old Hoops fan here. I apologize a little bit for the last post. I was drinking while I watched THT go off against the Warriors and was even happier the next game when I saw the Lakers team come together for a victory. Listen to me, I sound like a Lakers fan, which I'm not. I'm just happy to see professional athletes get out from under the shadow of LeBron James. It's not a good shadow, like a legend shadow. It's this burden of something suppressing you and keeping you from being what you could be. But remember, LeBron makes teammates better. A lot to talk about. Let's start with THT because of Shannon mother effing Sharp. What's he do? He doesn't give THT props. He shits on him. He's like, if THT could do it, imagine what LeBron could have done.
THT got 40. If THT got 40 against the Warriors, how many LeBron gonna get?
Well, I've got a whole episode coming showing how THT scored his points versus how LeBron scored his points against the Warriors. Now, Shannon Sharp is getting more disgusting all the time. And the thing is, like, you can tell that Shannon Sharp is not a dumb person. So the things that he's saying is intentional misguiding of the public for an agenda. It's not accidental. Now watch this.
Should LeBron shut it down or go for the scoring title in the last 3 games?
Skip, I don't believe he can catch Joel Embiid for the scoring title. I don't know how he catches him. If I was advising him, I'd say let it go, bro.
Should LeBron shut it down, save his body, or should he go for the scoring title?
Go. We going for it.
What do you think? Will LeBron suit up and play tonight against the Thunder?
No. I believe it's over for him, Skip.
In a week's time, Shannon Sharp said that LeBron shouldn't chase the scoring title. Then he conceded that LeBron couldn't catch Embiid because Embiid's going to have big nights and LeBron would have to have like insane nights and play every game. Then he goes to saying, oh, he should play. He should play. No, he should absolutely go for it at the consequence of his team. And he literally says this, no matter what it takes.
But I'm going to be there for him tonight and tomorrow because they got back-to-back. They got Golden State tonight and they got OKC.
Yep.
And neither one of those guys, neither one of those teams have rim protection. So with that being said, hey, guys, y'all know what it is. Feed me. Feed the beast. Skip, I'm going for it. I'm sorry. Call me selfish. Call me whatever you want to. But I'm telling you what you're going to call me on come Monday. Scoring champ, because I'm going to get that record. And I get it. Well, he should have been there. I get all that. He should have been there for his team before they got eliminated, but he wasn't.
No matter what it takes. I don't care. Be selfish. I would do it. Yeah, well, we're starting to learn that about you, Shannon Sharp. We are starting to realize your character. Your character and LeBron James's character. But then, on top of all that, Shannon changes again and says, no, he shouldn't go for it because it would be stat padding and that's not what LeBron James is about, because LeBron James said that's not what it's about. And why should we not take LeBron James for his word? He's a quality guy.
Because if he were to play, everything that he said over the last 19 years would have been a lie. I don't play for stats. I don't play for numbers. I play to win the game. I play within the game, and I take pride in being able to do that. He talked about this when he got his 56. He talked about this when he scored 50.
But here's the disgusting, deceptive genius of it. Now he says that, well, if he goes for it, then people will hate on him.
Stat pad. You already talked about these stat pads. Now what? Because you said since the All-Star game, the only thing that he cared about was winning the scoring title.
If he goes for it, people will say that he was just chasing the scoring title, stat padding while hurting the team. I got news for you, Shannon. We didn't just now notice it. He did that all season, and it hurt the team badly. I don't know if you are honestly just now waking up to it, but the rest of us saw it already. But really what's disgusting about it is his stance that, well, people will say this or people will say that. Number one, if you are someone who is worthy of being called a GOAT, what other people say or think should not matter. You should have your convictions. You should be self-motivated, and you should go for what you think you should go for, not base it on this image, this mirage, this brand, or an easy way out. And you should have done it from the beginning, and you should have followed through to the end. and do not talk about his injuries, because his injuries magically came and went at his convenience. And you never saw a sign of the injury other than the moment that he pretended it happened, made sure the whole world saw him while he danced or rolled or whatever he did on that particular night while not getting back on defense, and then was magically healed over and over and over again. LeBron James has brought soccer to the NBA in a way that no one else ever has. Now we get to the really twisted part where not winning it still means winning it.
Now he's willing to be right there. He had the lead. He's right there. All he has to do is cross the finish line. He said, nah, y'all going past it. That's what he did.
Okay.
There are not very many men that would have done that, Skip Bayless.
In other words, Shannon is planting in your mind that it's already LeBron's. He won it, even though he didn't win it. And the only reason he's giving it up now is because he's such a good person of strong character. But the genius of it is, by not going for it now, he can say, I could have had it. And LeBron James is the type of guy who will go on his own talk show and have a buddy say, you know, I wonder if you could have gotten that scoring title. And everyone say, oh, you had it. It was really cool of you to not go for it because, you know, maybe that wouldn't have been in good taste, but you could have had it. So now we've planted the idea that he actually does have it anyway. He has the honorary scoring title. He acted like a bitch. He sat out games he should have played and played games that he should have sat out. And when it finally looked out of reach and he heard all the buzz about how disgusting what he was doing, finally reached him in his brain. He was like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't. And by the way, there's no guarantee that he was going to catch Embiid. There's absolutely no guarantee that he was going to catch or pass Embiid. So you get to skip past actually accomplishing the feat and just say, well, it was going to happen. I was going to win it. Just trust me, I was going to win it. I could have beaten you in the race, except for, you know, my hamstring.
I don't believe it's an excuse. I think his ankle's hurt. I think he was trying to gut it up and go out there and play. And then once he saw, like, man, look, I'm going to take a break, and he see everything just fall apart.
Listen to that part again. Shannon Sharpe tries to convince you that LeBron was playing and trying and being admirable, then had to take a break because of the ankle, and then things fell apart for the Lakers. No. Quite the opposite. LeBron sat out the difficult games, came back against the Pelicans, thinking it was a good opportunity for him, and they lost. He played the entire game, and they lost. Then he hung it up. Shannon Sharpe straight up lied. And Shannon Sharpe's lies work, because the next day you see these posts coming out saying, oh, you guys hate on LeBron because he sits out, and then you're going to hate on him if he plays. He can't win. No, he can't win because he doesn't act in an admirable fashion, and all you guys do is repeat what the media tells you to say. Listen to the words out of Shannon's mouth saying, I get it, he wasn't there for his team, blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't matter.
I get all that. He should have been there for his team before they got eliminated, but he wasn't.
2 days later, he says that that's all bullshit and that LeBron wasn't stat padding and he was there for his team. I mean, does anything coming out of Shannon Sharpe's mouth have integrity? Followed by, do everything you can to make sure he gets it, because he probably won't ever be able to get it again.
So with that being said, hey, guys, y'all know what it is. Feed me. Feed the beast. But I'm going to be there for them tonight and tomorrow, because they got back-to-back. They got Golden State tonight, and they got OKC.
Yep.
And neither one of those guys, neither one of those teams have rim protection.
Shannon literally just told you that the reason LeBron should play against the Warriors is because it's an easy opportunity with no rim protection and the size advantage of the Lakers. Not because it's the right thing to do or a challenge for the team in which you have an opportunity to lead your team to victory despite the obstacles. No, here's an easy chance. You sat out before, now come back in. Come back in for this one. If you're going to sit out a couple but play a few, here's one of them to choose to play. 4 stats. Shannon just told all of you that LeBron is a stat chaser and he's fine with it. Followed the very next episode by saying he's not a stat chaser. And he's commendable for not chasing it. Let's forget the fact that he probably wouldn't have won it anyway, but now we can just pretend that he would have.